motivated fragrance. And after we did all that, the last time I walked on the street and asked people were like, oh my God, oh, that's so good. Like, everybody that smelled it's like, this is like the best they ever smelled, you know, like, so I said, this is the fragrance I'm going to go with, you know, but I needed also a name. So I borrowed money from a friend of mine. I maxed out my credit card, and I produced 1,000 bottles, which was nothing today, but that was all I had. All the money, everything I had went to those 1,000 bottles.
But Dark Girls...
And I copied my mom's signature without her knowing it, and I still screened her name on the bottle, and I gave it to her for Mother's Day. So Laila, it's very, you know, and since I put my mom's, I always tell people this, when I put my mom's name on the bottle, I had to take really good care of it, you know, because it's, you know, it's not just to put your name on the bottle and...
So you thought to put it on the bottle because you always went out and could smell it, and you was always with them.
Right, and with my mom is such a big part of my life. She was always there for me when I was little. She took so good care of me and my brothers. So, and she was part of, I always think, when I was thinking about Norway, it's my mom, and it's the mountains, it's the whole thing. So basically what I want to do is to have Norway in a bottle. You know, like, this is like, when you smell it, you smell Norway. And people say, oh,
sweet.
Yeah.
It is just so
fresh. Right. And that's exactly what people like. So then Queen is kind of funny. Then I was sitting in my apartment in LA with 1,000 bottles of perfumes. I didn't know that anybody would buy my fragrance, you know, and I had no money. I myself had to like have some clothes that I had selling in a garage sale to make rent, and I did all the small jobs here and there to, you know, to survive basically. And I called up department stores, and nobody called me back. And I finally got a meeting with Nordstrom, with the buyer at Nordstrom. And I was so excited because I've been working in the store, and that was like, to me, Nordstrom is the store. For me, there was like the store. The customer service they have, everything with the whole store was just like, for me, my God, I was so excited. And I met this buyer before too, you know, and she knew about my other line that I worked for. I worked for a lot of different fragrance line, and she was very sweet and very honest. And she said to me, Geir, I love your fragrance. It's fantastic, but I got to be honest with you. You have no name, you have no advertisement money, and this is harder than show business. And she and I know now that's the truth. But I said, you know, I never give up. And she said to me, okay, what are you going to do? I'm going to put in 100 bottles in one store and see how much you sell in 3 months. And if you don't sell or something, you had to take them all back. It's like a consignment thing. And I said, sure, that's no problem. And this was the day before Mother's Day that I'm going to get my fragrance into the store.
Oh, wow.
So I said, I had to be very creative, you know. So what I did, I went to a garage sale, and I bought a suit for $5. And at the garage sale, they had a red carpet laying there. So I said, can I have that, you know, carpet with it? So I got that with it. And I called up a friend of mine. He was a photographer. And I asked him, I said, John, can you come down and take a picture of me when I go to Nordstrom on Saturday? Because I had to pretend that I'm a big celebrity and a star from Europe. And he said, Geir, I would love to, but I have no film in my camera. And he had no money. I said, who cares? Nobody knows that it's not filming the camera. Just come down and flash and make me huge. I said, you know. And then, and then I had 2 friends of mine in class that will come down and pretend that they had seen me in Europe. Oh my God, there he is, you know, making the whole thing, right? So before the store opened, I put the red carpet down. I had a picture of myself behind me, you know, and I dressed up in my suit and the whole thing. And
you was working it.
Right, I was working. I had one shot, and I said, you know what, if I don't do whatever it takes, nothing will happen, you know? So I had the red carpet and everything, and the doors open, and people started to walk in, and they see this guy in the corner. They have the red carpet, and the photographers were saying, you know, and in LA, everybody want to see a star or be a star or what have you. So, you know, so I got this huge line of people, and people started to buy my fragrance one after another, you know, and I was there signing my pictures, you know, and talking to them. And I remember this lady come up to me with big diamonds on her fingers. She can barely lift her hands up. And she goes, darling, I love that suit. That must be from Europe, you know, and I was just smiling back, you know, and she bought for her friends, whatever. So in 1 hour, or less than an hour probably, I sold out all the bottles, and I got like 20, 30 people on a waiting list. And I walked out of Nordstrom's. I never forget this. I walked out of Nordstrom, and there was this homeless person outside there with a box full of like dollar bills, and he said, "Excuse me, sir, do you have some change?" And I looked at him and said, "You know what? I wish I had money like you. I don't have them." And he looked at me like, "Oh, you jerk," you know, because he's always, you know,
he's looking at
you look like you're coming out of Nordstrom there, you know, being here, but I had nothing. And I bought a car for $500. Like, do you remember those Renault Le Car, like an old boxy car? It's an old car. But I parked at 7 blocks away so nobody could see my car, you know. And at that time I had a job as a seat filler. You know, the seat filler that sit in big shows and you applaud, you know, and they had to fill all the seats.
Okay.
And I also worked for Star Jones. She was the host on that show that was before The View and everything. Mm-hmm. And she was really great, but I was a seat filler for her show too, and they pay you like nothing that time, I think $30, $40, whatever. So I go to my car, I take off my suit, and I started to feel something underneath, because I couldn't afford to go to dry clean it. So there was like little small ants, you know.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
Yes, this is a true story. I take my suit off, I put on, you know, my jeans or whatever, and I drive, and I'd be a seat filler for Star Jones, you know, and clapping seat in the audience and get $20, $30.
But you still was happy though,
still was happy,
you left out of Norway, and you had, Norway. You left out of Nordstrom's and you had got rid of all the perfume.
All the thing was gone. And then the following Monday, Nordstrom called me up and they said, "Geir, something is not working here. Looks like you have no bottles left, you know." And I said, "I don't." And they were like shocked. They called down and then they find out that how well received the fragrance was for customer. They like had called and they had waiting list and everything. And Nordstrom was like, you know, and I was so happy that I did it because I was not nervous being at Nordstrom, you know, of all stores, you know, like all the stores, you know, like Nordstrom, you know, and after that I got into to more and more stores, and then I got to all of them, and that's how it started, you know.
So you can buy it from Nordstrom's and...
Yeah, and now I have it on my website, you know, I have my own website, which is Laila, Laila. Mm-hmm. Most people here say Laila, but it's actually Laila.
Laila.
Yeah.
Laila.
And then I have lotion for dry skin, you know, I have deodorant, I have shower gel.
So you have that in the same fragrance though, the lotion?
Then when I first started, then I only had the fragrance, but now I have lotion for dry skin.
Listen to that. Now I have it.
Candle. Yeah, you know, you build it up. But, you know, I like to tell the story too, because I think it's important to see that when people see me, you know, whatever, they think, oh, he comes from money, or he probably, you know, got from his parents, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I want people to understand that you can do it if you believe in what you have. And I think to start your own business, as you know, Queen, you need to believe in what you have to sell. Like, you have to believe in you to have this fabulous show. I have to believe in me, in my products. We have to believe in it so much that anything else, it's secondary. I mean,
it never was a time that you actually felt like you just wanted to give up? I mean, considering that you had went through so much trying to get it out?
Yes, I mean, that's a great question, because yes, when you are in the middle of it, there are times that you feel, what am I doing? You know, there was hard times. It's not like everything is glamorous and this, and you travel and you can afford really to go to an airport and just take one plane directly, because they were cheaper to go to 5 airports, so you had to do that in the beginning, you know, and then lose your luggage. Or I remember coming to, I think it was in Cleveland, Ohio or somewhere, and it was snowing, and I had a suitcase, a cheap suitcase. I came out with all my samples inside it. And when I came out to take into the bus to go to the hotel, they opens the whole suitcase in the rain and the snow, and it was everywhere. My suit was wet, and I was delayed for 3 hours, so I couldn't even put anything on. Everything was wet. So I go into Nordstrom, look like a wet cat coming in, you know, and then right away, hey, how are you? You know, come on, let's sell some, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, those are times that you have to really, you know, focus.
Push.
And I have a story from Chicago, actually. It's really interesting. I was in Chicago, I believe it's a couple of years ago now, in the winter, with Nordstrom's, and they're going to have, I was on a Friday, and they're going to have a trend show with Nordstrom in Detroit. So I'm going to fly out of O'Hare to Detroit. This was in the afternoon, you know, and I was driving up to O'Hare, and it started to snow. And they said it's going to come a big blizzard, like a big storm coming into Chicago. So what happened when I came to the airport? They closed down the airport. And so I could choose either to feel sorry for myself, I go to a hotel and say, screw Detroit, I don't want to go. Or like my dad, you know, he just was very dedicated, and you got to do it, what do you have promised to do? So I just turned around in my rental car and I drove all night to Detroit. And the show started at 8 a.m. And at 7:59, I got into the parking lot in Detroit with Nordstrom. And I got on stage when they heard my name and coming up, Geir Ness, with this fragrance. And I was on stage right there driving all night from here and pretend nothing happened. Hey, I just come in from Norway, and just got it and it sold out and everything. But it just proved for myself. It was good to, you know what? There is no excuses or poor me or you have,
Exactly.
You just go for it. There is so many other people that have it worse than you. You know what I mean?
And see, people don't realize, you don't just wake up and, I'm selling this big fragrance, or I have this big show. It takes work, dedication, and it's a struggle. And I tell people all the time, it's not an easy task.
Right.
To keep it, whatever it is you want, you have to go after. It's gonna take some work. It don't
Absolutely.
just, even if it's someone that already have money.
Right.
It takes work and dedication.
Yeah. And you have to stick with it. And I also think it's great to tell people these stories because then people know that, okay, I got to work hard if I really want success. Because I think a lot of people think it's not easy to do anything, but they think it's easier. If I just do this and this, that everything will be fabulous, Like when you sold at Nordstrom that time, okay, next time will be as easy. It's not like that. You have to keep doing it and then the success will come, but you can never stop. Okay. And never question yourself. And I also think another thing, Queen, like we always had friends around us and some are very negative. Sometimes you call them and then, I have headache today, everything is today. And you see the number on their phone and say, no.
Right.
And it's important though that you surround yourself with good energy to be able to do things, And that's why now that I'm so lucky that after my fragrance started to take off and it's doing well, that I can be able to give back.
And how does it feel though?
It feels amazing. Like today, I was at a Little Angel. I think there's kind of like a place that people will live there almost their whole life. It's for disabled kids. And they're actually from 10 years, and the oldest was 60 years old. But most of them are probably teenager to 25 years old.
Okay.
And they have like a brain like a 6 months old up to a year. And what they do, they are fantastic. This organization, or the Little Angel, they have people there to take care of them, do everything, for them, and take them out and doing it. So I was there today and give them a little.
First, they caught me off guard. I'm sitting here just kicking it with Geir.
I had the best time with you. This chair is so comfortable.
It's comfortable.
I love it.
I think I'm kind of like cozy and look.
Really?
See, that's now all I need is
you
just
need a massage?
to get that. Yeah. There you go.
Exactly. I have this great hand massages I do for people. So.
Yeah, so come on, tell me about the new fragrance. I mean about the new line of lotions.
Right. I have lotion for dry skin. And the nice thing about the lotion that you can actually wash your hands and you still moisturize. It doesn't have any mineral oil in it. So vitamin A, E, aloe vera extract, it has dimethicone. So it's a great cream for dry skin. It's a hand and body cream. And then I have...
Wait, before you go any further.
Yes. Do you want a massage? Is that what you want?
Wait a minute, I'm getting ready to ask this question.
Okay.
Are you, because you travel all the time, so are you actually at home making some oils and stirring up stuff? Where do you actually come? How do you think I was going to ask that question?
Are you talking about food or the fragrance?
I'm talking about the fragrance.
Okay. No, the fragrance I created in a perfume house. Like the perfume house that create them with me. So we make the oil and everything, and that's made.
Okay, so when you say the perfume house, you go somewhere and they just start blending stuff.
Yeah, what happened with the ingredients that I have? You're so cute. So the ingredients I have, I told you, white mountain flowers, lavender extract, and all that. So we put it all together and then mix it oil out of them one by one, and then together we make the fragrance. But it takes a long time because when you use natural oil base instead of synthetics, it's not like them boom boom. It takes a long time. They're very sensitive oils. So let's see if you have it in a hot environment for a long time, they can change the color and the fragrance. So they're very, very sensitive. So they have to be in a colder place, and lay there, and you put one oil on top of another one, and they mix them together. And that's why it took almost 4 years to create the fragrance, to create the whole thing.
Oh, so that's how they work. Okay, well, I need to.
But then I wanted to go back to the cream because I have here with me in this little package here. I'm showing you a second. This is a little lip thing for you later.
Okay.
But this cream is really amazing because you can You know, some creams like very greasy. Come with the hands. I would give you a little hand massage here so you can feel it. This is the very famous Geir Ness hand massage.
Is that all you massage, is the hand?
No, I mean, you know, you can rest, but I think if you have time, you know, lay down, listen to the whole body.
Ooh, it feels lovely.
Isn't it nice?
Yes.
And feel, just feel now, Queen, the difference between your hands. You will see that it's good right in your skin. And it's amazing, you need so little of it. And especially now when the holidays comes and, you know, it's clean, it's fresh.
Good.
And if it's very dry, I mean, most places not going to be colder, it's going to be dry here in
Let me
Chicago.
see the bottle. It smells so good.
Laila.
Laila. Hand and body cream. All right.
Right, the commercial. But it's
Yeah, I might need to be in your commercial.
exactly.
Oh, smell. No.
But it's a fabulous cream, and then it's great if you have problem with sensitive and dry skin. And then the fragrance.
So it's good for especially the winter.
Yes.
That's
And this is a
what
little Christmas gift for you.
Oh, this is so nice.
Here's the fragrance. As you know it from before, but I can put a little top on it. And just smell the freshness of it. Like you feel ready.
Yes.
Okay?
And it stays with you all day.
Right. And then this one is a
this
one
smells so
cosmetic bag I made for, you know, the fashion week. And see, isn't it cool?
Oh.
The Norwegian flag.
That is nice.
So here you have Norway, and it's like you have a little pocket inside, and it comes with the fragrance and the cream as a special gift set.
Okay.
So I'm going to have this at Nordstrom before the holidays, also on my website. And
So is it expensive?
no, actually you get the fragrance,
Is it expensive?
the large
That's
fragrance, the cream for dry skin, and the bag, and it comes also with a travel size shower gel I think it's like $95, $96 for all of it. This is the lip gloss, and I think the one.
Are you doing lip gloss too?
I'm doing everything.
Oh my goodness.
Because last time we talked, you said you got to do things, and I said, God, I like to listen to Queen. I mean, she's the Queen. So what does the Queen want? Queens get. You know?
So when did you come up with this one?
This one, it's not that long ago, and that has like chocolate mint in it. It's like a lip gloss. And I also have a shower gel, like a.
So chocolate mint, do it have a taste or anything?
No,
to
it just you can smell the chocolate mint. You will love it. It's just you want to
Look,
eat it all
I'm
up.
getting my bag together.
Look at you, yeah.
I'm getting my my gift bag and everything.
So then, you know, when you travel a lot, Queen, too, you got to take care of yourself, which is important as well, you know.
Oh, this is really, really nice. I'm stuck on this. I'm stuck.
You'll be addicted to it. You know, there was a blind test in Europe, and it came in #1 what men like the best on women because of the cleanness of the oil. It stays light and fresh.
Yes.
And it blends into your own chemistry. It's very different from most of the fragrances. That would be like, okay, this is it, but mine will just blend into your own, you know, chemistry.
And it comes with the bag.
See, you look good with the Norwegian flag.
Yes, and it goes with what I'm wearing actually.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey.
You need to come to Norway and visit.
Okay, so you can actually get this at Nordstrom.
Yeah, it's coming out for Thanksgiving, like in November.
Okay,
So,
and I asked you, was it expensive? I was so stuck on smelling and everything.
yeah, it was very cheap. So
Very cheap. He said, yeah, right.
no, this gift set will be retailed for only $96, which is a great price because
And it'll come with all
yeah,
three.
because just the fragrance, the large bottle is $75. You know, so it's a great deal. And then it will be available at Nordstrom. If they are sold out at Nordstrom, they can get it online. You know, my website. And
What is your website? Say,
it's
this smells so
Laila.com.
good.
It's not great. It's
Look at the camera. It's
Laila. Laila, the essence of Norway.
And you can also catch Geir on Facebook. You
Yeah,
can tweet.
on Twitter, Geir Ness, you know, GeirNess. Twitter, Facebook. I'm going to have a new website coming out as well, but they have on the Laila right now, and I'm going to have a blog coming up in 2 weeks, so they can follow me around the world.
And you'll get a chance to see some of those pictures.
Ooh. Exactly.
Some of those pictures.
Some of those pictures.
And speaking of those
I am
pictures.
afraid now.
Speaking of those pictures.
Yes,
now,
sir.
I seen some. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I've seen some of those with the no shirt and everything, and I'm saying, oh, look at Geir.
Really?
Yeah, and I just wonder. I say, he travels all the time, and how do he keep himself looking so good?
That's sweet of you. Well,
you know it.
No, but I take care of myself. And the secret is, okay, this is the secret for anyone out there that want to do a diet or thinking about this, thinking about that. If you wanted to feel good and look good and doing all that, you got to stick with the program. Okay. You have to have a goal. The thing is that when I have breakfast, I have the same breakfast every morning. I don't have to think about. If I go to a restaurant and have dinner, I have the same thing. And then I have two things that I usually eat. If you eat fish, I have salmon or tuna. Those are very good fish, a lot of omega-3. They have good fat for you. You have steamed vegetables that goes with it, you know, or you can have chicken or turkey, but the same thing. So I go to a restaurant, and most of the restaurants you go to either have chicken or they have a salmon, or you know what I mean. So, and you can ask for it. You don't have to see a menu, because if you see a menu, or maybe I should have this instead of, no, I want that, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're all over the place. Stick with a simplicity. Stick with a diet that is easy to follow, that you will like. And for the brain, it normally takes 21 days for the brain to get used to a certain change in the routines, whatever that is.
So is it a certain time at night that you don't eat, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, you try not to eat a couple hours before bed.
So it don't matter if you go home at 10 o'clock, you'll eat something at 10 o'clock, or if you go end up not eating until 10 o'clock, you'll eat at 10 o'clock, but you won't go to bed till 12 or 12.
Right, but that's very, you know, you're right. But I try to eat dinner around not later than 7 o'clock.
Okay,
normally.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But once in a while, Queen, you don't have any, you know, you go to a function, you do a show or whatever it is, and all of a sudden it is 10, 11 o'clock at night or midnight, whatever, you know. And normally that time I've eaten before, or I take a banana or something and I go to bed. And I drink a lot of water during the day. Every morning I have my egg white with spinach, broccoli, tomatoes. I have some berries, you know, and antioxidant.
In the morning?
In the morning.
You
so
have
egg white. And you know, you can buy those cartons and you just pour it into pan and you mix it with some broccoli.
Okay, viewers,
spinach.
we're on live, so you can always call in to Star Planet TV and ask Geir some questions, but go again with
so you have your egg white, so you pour it in, and then in the egg white you have spinach. You take the spinach in it, tomatoes, broccoli, you mix it all like a little nice egg white omelette. And not put salt and stuff on it, no, keep it pretty dry.
Just make it dry.
Right, and then you take it off, and next to it you have some blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, whatever, you know, which is good. And then
make it look pretty, don't you?
It's beautiful. You put it on top, and you're
so
like.
do you do that before you work out or after you work out?
Okay,
I know you're working out.
In the morning when I work out, I will do a banana and some water. Start with. When I come back from workout, that's what I will have when I finish my workout. Okay. Normally. That's
so no snacking or nothing in between.
No, I will have an apple. You know, like right now you have Honeycrisp is my favorite apple of the season. They usually right now they are in season in the fall.
Exactly.
Honeycrisp, and if you haven't had Honeycrisp before, you probably have it. If you don't have it, go to the grocery store and try Honeycrisp apple. They are absolutely the best apples. You know, the taste, they're like so sweet. Oh my God, it's like you want just to eat some more. It's like you get addicted to it. Hungry. It is good to be addicted to apples instead of other things, right?
Exactly.
So then during the day, I have a salad, you know, with some chicken, tuna. I mixed it in with. I have some olive oil instead of having the dressing that comes with. So you're trying to stay away from all the extra fat and the sugar and the salt and the whole thing. And then you do cardio, you know, like you work out in between. And
so you work out twice or once?
No, usually once a day, 5-6 days, sometimes 7 days a week. But I don't work out just free weights. Like one day can be just, you know, stretching and some cardio, and then because your muscle needs to relax too. You can't just, you know, but it's good. You feel good about, you know. Exactly. And I say that I meet so many people that ask me about diets, and I tell them,
because
and then
you
they come back to me. But what
so
about
much.
this? What about that? I say, you know what? You ask me a question, and this is the answer. You stick with the same thing, you know.
No matter where you at.
Right. Try it for 3 weeks. Okay. After 3 weeks, I guarantee it's going to be easier for you. And you will start to see results after 3 weeks even. And then you will see, oh my God, it's working. But you got to stick with it. You can't think after a week, oh no, I'm going to go with my friends and have a cocktail here. Stay away from all that. You know, of course you can have a glass of wine here and there, but try for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Do you drink? How?
I can have a glass of wine. You can do that in between. It's okay. There's nothing wrong about that. Sometimes I have pizza. I can do even a hamburger if I'm crazy. But, but you don't do it every day, every week. You can do it in between. It's totally fine. You know, and I know that red wine has some good grapes in it. It's good for you. They're proven of that red wine has some great things in it that is good for your health.
Okay.
Even same thing with coffee. You know, they say coffee is bad, but now they find out that the coffee beans and there are things that is good for you. So there's all these things, but it's just be smart about things. You know, you know yourself that. And nothing is easy in life, you know. Nothing is easy. It's not easy to have your own great show. It's not easy to, you know what I mean. Like, nothing easy. But if you really want to do it, you can do it. But to do it easy for yourself, stick with this diet that is easy to follow. Do the same thing.
Okay,
don't do menu. I would say stay away from menu. Go to a restaurant.
And know what you want.
You will know what you want, exactly. And don't have the dessert afterwards. You can have the little coffee if you want, but try to stay away from all that and just ask about the same thing.
And you feel good, the energy level stays up, you're not...
Exactly.
So what do you say to people that travel? Because like I said, I know you travel all the time, and to travel everywhere, going everywhere, and then you still got to be able to stay in this mindset, oh, I have to work out, I have to do this, I have to eat this certain way. What do you say to people that do travel all the time?
Well, I say to plan